Does Thrawn know Darth Vader's secret? The Thrawn book comes out on April 11th, and a recent excerpt has given us a sneak peek into something that's drastically going to change the canon. So, in this scene that we get from the Thrawn book, it is with Thrawn being introduced to Emperor Palpatine by Captain Park, who is another Imperial officer. And Thrawn is trying to make his case for why he can serve the Emperor. And I'm going to read it to you here. Pardon my voices, but I have a hard time reading something and not trying to do a voice. So, Thrawn is speaking. He says, "My word is my guarantee," Thrawn said. "Perhaps your servant can speak to the strength of that vow." "My servant?" the Emperor asked, his eyes flicking to Park. "I do not refer to Captain Park," Thrawn said. "I speak of another. Perhaps I assumed incorrectly that he was your servant, yet he always spoke highly of Chancellor Palpatine." The Emperor leaned forward a little, his yellowish eyes glittering. "And his name?" "Skywalker," Thrawn said. "Anakin Skywalker." So, in that excerpt, we finally get revealed that Thrawn knew Anakin Skywalker. They had met. It seems like a meeting of significance if he was speaking highly of Chancellor Palpatine. And the word Chancellor means that they met during the Clone Wars. So this is obviously something an episode that didn't air. It was before Episode 3 because he was no longer Chancellor by the conclusion of Episode 3. So during the Clone Wars, he met Anakin Skywalker. And we know that Thrawn is the master, Sherlock Holmes type character. So if anybody was going to be able to figure out that Darth Vader, was Anakin Skywalker, it would be Thrawn. The other question this begs is, if Anakin met Thrawn and he was on a deep space mission, maybe to the unknown regions or towards the Chiss homeworld, Cilia, I think is how you pronounce it, did he have Ahsoka with him? Would that mean that Thrawn now also knows about Ahsoka? It's something interesting to consider. It might be a way for them to potentially bring Ahsoka back, or maybe another way for them to wrap up her storyline or advance her storyline. But back to Anakin, does Vader now have some resentment for Thrawn knowing that he has a secret? Because this is something that nobody knows. Tarkin suspects it but doesn't even know it for sure. But Thrawn would be most likely to know it for sure. And another question is, does Vader even know that Thrawn knows? Because Thrawn is talking to Palpatine here. Does Palpatine even reveal this conversation to Vader? And if so, is it something that they both are cautious of Thrawn over? This could be one of the things that keeps, Thrawn on the outskirts. This is why Thrawn doesn't stay in the core worlds. This is why we don't see Thrawn in the other movies. Maybe this is why they send Thrawn, if they send Thrawn to the unknown regions on a special mission. This might be why he gets sent there. And I think this supports my theory of Thrawn's fate in my Thrawn's fate video. So, let me know what you think. Do you think this supports my other theory? Do you think that Thrawn is going to go to the unknown regions? Do you think Thrawn will be in Episode 8? And if he is in Episode 8, do you think that this will be one of the things that contribute to him knowing everything, and perhaps he will be a character who gives all of the great revelations and says, but this is the mystery of X is now Y and Z? Do you think he will reveal all these things that we're hoping, like maybe Rey's parents or other things like that? Do you think Thrawn is going to be in Episode 8? Do you think this is part of the reason? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys, subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, leave a comment, and all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.